So what do you miss most about Russia?
Friends, relatives, and culture, everything. Yes, of course we are interested in different cultures because we have friends in Germany, in Austria, in French, so in Scandinavia and many countries, and it is always very interesting and to perceive the differences and to learn to go deeper into the culture and so and American history is very interesting, but my head is not so now not so smart. I forget a lot of things, but not what childhood is concerned. From there, it is beautiful.
No, same. I have a sister and brother in St. Petersburg, and many friends, of course. And of course, no, it's difficult. Difficult change of life. Yeah. Because relation between children here is not the same as in Russia. Yes, and it is a little sorry for us.
Yes, it is also an interesting thing because in big cities, in St. Petersburg, Moscow, several also, the children didn't go away because it is a lot of colleges, of universities and so on. And only from small cities, from far away, kids come to big cities and enter the
education.
Yes, and enter the universities and colleges. So we are not used that kids go away. So it was very hard to get used to it because it is usual in America. You move very easily.
What do you miss most?
No, I don't miss Russia because I think that the country I left doesn't exist anymore.
Yes,
I may
it is
miss
true,
about present country, but not now. I don't like present Russia. I don't understand it. So, no.
So what is one of the biggest challenges you had to face in Russia? The biggest challenge, right?
Challenge.
Like a difficulty.
Yeah.
No.
So what was more difficult?
Well, yeah, what was difficult in
to
Russia?
adjust?
Yes, for you.
United States.
No, in Russia.
Oh, in
what was
Russia.
difficult?
In Russia.
In Russia,
Russia, oh.
Oh.
Very difficult.
in Russia, only one example. For example, I graduated from Moscow University. I was an
Maybe
excellent student.
they didn't know about nationality.
Yes, but
Maybe you know
I will
about
explain.
nationality.
I was recommended by scientific council, by
He had high
dean of
level
Moscow
on
of mathematical faculty at Moscow University to be a postgraduate student in Moscow University.
Yes.
But in the very last moment, just an official people who can nothing to do with science say that there is no place for me in Moscow University. And the reason was only for my family. If you last name Brumberg, this is not Russian name. This is a Jewish name.
Yeah.
And this is sufficient. So my feeling, it was, in result, it was happy for me. That was the reason that I came to St. Petersburg when I have a good acquaintance, director of the institute, and who accepted me as postgraduate student. In St. Petersburg later, I met my future wife. So, this is thus a official person changed all my life. And later on, we came to the United States also thanks to our Jewish origin.
So you're Jewish?
Yes,
Me too.
that's your understanding.
Yeah.
It is a very strange thing because the common view is that in St. Petersburg anti-Semitism was greater than in Moscow.
Of course.
Yes,
of
it's
course.
correct.
That's true.
It's correct. Yes. And also it is a very strange, not strange, maybe interesting, because we were born, my husband and I, in the center of old Moscow. And we did not notice any anti-Semitism, not at school, not in the house, not on the street, never. And many people say that they felt it.
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course. But maybe sometimes they lived on the suburbs. I cannot prove that it depends on the place, but it was very strange that we didn't notice. And for example, I'm half Jewish. My father is Jewish, but mother is Russian, and her parents were Orthodox.
Orthodox?
Yes. And they never count people for nationality. They say that how the person is the most important thing, first priority. And what nationality, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So that's why we didn't have any
Difficult.
You were lucky.
Prejudice or something like this. And they accept my father, Jewish, and he was a communist. And yes, but communists early, no, not communists, they are also different. They cannot be compared. Communists who...
Are they fascist?
No.
No?
No.
At our time, no.
It is different. It is completely different. But some people enter some institute. You can't be a head of laboratory or head of institute because you are not in the party. But in our laboratory, our head was Jewish, was not a Communist Party member, but nevertheless we lived and we were successful in because we participated in international conference, symposium, and so on. So it is we can't sometimes we cannot generalize. So it was different in many.
Yes, about members of the Communist Party, it's difficult maybe for you to understand it, because there were some branches of science, for example,
Yes, where we can.
where it is impossible to work not being a member of Communist Party. For example, in space research. For them, it was to be a member of Communist Party was the same as be a member of trade union and so on, because it was obligatory. Without this, it was not possible to work in this direction. So it's not so simple. But it doesn't mean anything, because to be a member of Communist Party in science doesn't mean that you are an official communist. And I don't know how to say.
No, the truth. No, I don't know. Truth disappeared in this
Yes.
in this time, because early people who was vanished in 20s and in 30s, they really trusted that it will be a great justice in the country, and not also poor people. There were many rich people who was not content with the Tsarism, and they didn't want to continue this.
Yes, they were real communists.
Yes, they were real communists, but they were repressed, they were killed, they were arrested, and they were during Stalin time, no, earlier also. But that's why the young generation very often thinks it is the same. No, it was completely different. And I know my mother was a translator, and she often met German communists, Austria communists in the 30s. And they differentiated very clearly the true communists and, as they called, functionaries. Mm-hmm. So functionaries, they were people who want only to make a career, and they have no ideal, no mental feeling of this justice and happiness for people. And other, they cared about it, and they were anti-fascists at that time, and they fought against fascism during the Second World War, and were arrested and killed and sent to concentration camps. So it is a very, very interesting differentiation, and I think that